Hi, I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
We're Untitled Network. This is episode 14 of season 10 of The Walking Dead, which is a heck of a lot better than last episode.
God, yeah.
um,
Yes.
so, we've got Negan and Daryl running around together. Daryl didn't quite believe that Negan had killed Alpha, but then.
No, he thought Negan was full of shit, especially when they got to the spot and the head wasn't there.
And the reason the head wasn't there is because.
Beta's weird ass took
Yeah.
it.
But we did get to see at the beginning of this episode the little exchange between Negan and Carol. Negan was quite impressed with what Carol had going on. They made a deal. And basically, Carol was like, hey, you know what? You kill Alpha
And you'll be redeemed, and
Yeah.
I'll speak for you, and this, that, and this. And then.
But everybody seemed to be really fixated on making it quick. And apparently Negan
That's
took a
true.
little. Yeah.
That's true. And they didn't understand, which, like, I get why they wanted it done quick. They were concerned for everybody's safety and
You can't
and
do
this,
that,
that,
though.
and this. Right, that's Negan's point, is you can't do that. You can't go in half-cocked and kill yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, hell, they almost killed themselves at the cave. You know.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Carol did all that, is because she was tired of waiting on him. I think she was tired of waiting on him. And the whole thing to find the Horde, that's because everybody wouldn't let her go by herself.
Yeah.
So she had to have an alternate plan. So then Carol don't hold up to her end of the deal, because she thought if Alpha was dead,
Everything would just go away.
yeah, she thought all her feelings about everything would go away, and instead they intensified.
That, and it, you know, I guess she was thinking maybe the whispers might dissolve or something, but no. It looks like, I mean, for a minute there, Negan was Alpha, and then he killed the people to save Daryl, and
Yeah, because he admitted to Daryl that he did like belonging.
yeah.
It wasn't even that he wanted to be a leader. He just wanted to belong to something.
Yep. Instead of sitting by himself in a jail cell every day.
Right. And he wanted to feel like he belonged to something, and so he was like, but you don't kill people for no reason, and you don't kill children.
Yep. And that was the thing, like, even you know, Negan didn't. The only time Negan ever really killed anybody is when they killed somebody of his.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only time he ever killed anybody. He had a moral code that might not have been great, but he had one.
Right. And if you didn't follow his rules, he didn't kill you. He might have put you in a place you didn't want to be.
Or, you know, maim your face or something.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
he might hurt you, but he won't kill you.
Yeah, and that was the thing. He said he didn't want to. He told somebody during season 7 that he wasn't going to kill all of Rick's people because he wanted workers. You know, he's like, dead people can't produce.
He's correct.
And so, it's just like, I saw like some kind of survival video, and they were like, you know, if you ever, you know, want to trap an animal or something, keep it alive, because live meat doesn't spoil. I was like, wow, that's interesting.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah, but
Carol's just like, well, fuck off. I gotta go deal with my feelings. And that might take a little bit.
Yeah, and she ends up having like this weird spirit quest where she's
talking,
you know,
with Alpha.
Yeah, she's being just.
And Alpha's bringing all her
shortcomings,
thoughts to surface. It's not even really shortcomings. It's her anxiety to surface, because despite her growing so much as a character, she was abused for a very long time.
Yeah.
Very long time. And that shit don't just go away. You might be able to deal with it, but it don't take much for it to just kind of bubble up to the surface and bother you.
I had somebody who I knew a while back that attended like Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, and you know they said there's always some new people into the program that want to come in, have a couple of meetings, and be healed.
Yeah.
But I think the way it was explained to me is the way they let you know, hey, this is going to take a little while, is if you start off at the edge of the woods and you just keep going deeper and deeper into the woods and you get lost, and let's say you go into the woods and you go into the woods for 2 weeks, you're not going to find your way out in a day.
Right.
It's going to take...
It takes time.
Yeah. So...
Absolutely.
It's like the deeper you get into it, or even...
the longer it's going to take you to get out of it.
The mental issues, even.
Yeah.
It's going to take you a long time. She'll probably still be struggling with this to some extent when the series is over.
Yeah. She's just got to get her coping skills back together. And that's what it is. She had some good coping skills before all this.
Yeah.
And
you feel like she's let go of that a little bit?
She got re-traumatized with Henry is what it was.
Yeah.
She was re-traumatized. And it was a fresh trauma. It was a new trauma. She had coping skills for her old trauma. The new trauma was too much for her to deal with. Therefore, all her coping skills went out the window.
It's like, like old Batman kept telling Robin in Batman Forever, he was like, killing Two-Face isn't going to fix everything,
Right.
And so, I kind of see that point here. But, she kind of makes her peace with it, gets back to Alexandria after some struggles, and Daryl meets her at the gate, which I'm assuming that means Negan's there too.
Right, yeah, because, they worked out their issues, basically.
I would love to see that.
So.
But we
saw a little bit, not the whole thing. We didn't watch their journey back to Alexandria, but,
We have 2 episodes left in the season, and I'm hoping that we get a healthy dose of both what's going on with the Whisperers and what's going on with the little group.
Yes, let's talk about them.
Yeah, Eugene and what's the other woman? It's not Magna.
No, it's her other... No, that is Magna. The other girl is...
Yeah.
Kai or whatever her name is.
Yeah. God. She's not around enough for me to remember her name.
But anyway.
And Ezekiel.
Anyway,
it's her, Ezekiel, and Eugene. And Eugene, at the beginning of the episode, lets everybody know, hey, I've been talking to this woman on the radio. I need to leave now to go meet her. And everybody's like, oh my God, you've been talking to somebody behind her back, blah, blah, blah. Ezekiel comes to the rescue, talks everybody down, and wants to go with them. And
that was his last act as king. You already know.
Probably.
We're just waiting for him to die. I feel so bad.
The thing with Eugene, I felt bad for Eugene too, because Eugene, started crying. Eugene lost it, telling everybody about everything.
Yeah.
Because, I think he's really developed some feelings for Stephanie. It's like a post-apocalyptic, chat room romance, basically. And that can happen.
That can happen.
God knows it can happen.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, anyway, they go into Ezekiel loses his horse, which was a rough deal. And, then, the next day they're walking through the city. The city is kind of empty, except all these zombies are, chained up in different positions, having tea at a restaurant, or, there's one sitting on a bench. There's one in a little motorized wheelchair. There was a police officer.
It looked like they had it set up, and then when they started focusing in on it, and they were handcuffed.
Yeah.
Or they were tied somehow.
It was funny. Ezekiel just lost it laughing. He
thought
it was
the parking maid giving the ticket.
Yeah. And he was just laughing.
Lost his shit.
That was so funny because immediately after that, we get a mysterious stranger up here. And she's the craziest looking,
She's like, oh my God, hi. She was so excited to see people. Probably the only person in the apocalypse excited to see people.
Yeah, you can tell she wasn't, worried or anything. She's just come on, everybody. Get together.
I know that made you happy because you've been waiting on her to.
I have been waiting on her. I didn't know 100% if she was gonna be in these episodes or if she was gonna be in the next, like the next
whatever.
group.
Yeah.
But now that she's here, it's gonna be so much fun because she is such a fun character in the comic books. Her name is Princess. I can't remember her real name. They tell it, but she goes by Princess, and she's just.
She looks like a light.
You know how
in the dark.
You know how for a
Kinda
while,
lighting it up.
after all that time that Morgan was by himself, he became like crazy violent.
Yeah, he became.
Well, she is crazy fun.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if like Brooke spent 5 years by herself in the zombie apocalypse.
That's not a thing.
No?
She wouldn't be like that.
Okay.
She probably would be like Morgan. Just throw that out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just imagine Brooke now getting put into the apocalypse.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay.
That's pretty funny though. But yeah, I'm like super
Oh shit. Okay.
super super excited. What are the cats like getting into it?
It's Juba and Logan.
Okay, good for them. It's been a while since they've had a tussle. But yeah, this is
I'm sorry. That was funny.
whatever, weird cats. So what do you give this? You know what? I'll take the lead in this one.
Okay.
I'm giving this an 11. There was
You're giving
there
it
was
11?
too much stuff happening. We got to see Princess for the first time. We got to see Eugene finally tell everybody. The whole little back and forth between Negan and Daryl is just gold.
It is.
Like I was thinking, because they have a history. Remember,
They
Negan kept him locked up in that cell for weeks.
feeding him dog food and playing that song and.
Oh, I wish we could play that song right now.
No, we ain't playing that song.
Yeah, we're
now.
going to have to play it in between the credits.
Oh, God.
Easy Street.
Stop. Right now. Anyway. We're going to get off track.
But yeah, the whole episode was just fantastic.
But
there was so much cool stuff.
Them come from that to where they were.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And you can almost tell, like, there were, Daryl's legitimately pissed at him. Daryl really don't
He's
like him.
mad.
But there were times where you could tell Daryl, like, kind of thought about laughing or smiling at something he said, but he's just got that gruff
I
exterior.
could imagine the outtakes for those scenes.
Oh, yeah.
I bet he fucking lost it. Because I could see Jeffrey Dean Morgan as an actor improving shit just to be funny.
Oh, for a while.
Yeah.
Like, you remember way back when, seasons 3, 4, 5, around there. You know how, like, Rick and Daryl, the actors, they would always post, like, selfies from the set, and they were goofing around. Daryl was, like, acting like he was licking Rick's face and crap.
Yeah.
Well, when Negan showed up, Jeffrey Dean Morgan joined in with all that. And was
I'm
like,
sure, yeah.
Yeah, doing all the craziness with them. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan really embraced the character. You remember when, right after the season premiere, and you remember they had the Talking Dead, it was like the special Talking Dead with everybody on it.
Yes.
And it was like outside at like a stage, and it started raining.
Yes.
And when Negan showed up, he was like in full character.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was like booing him and stuff. He just embraces that because the more people hate Negan, like the better job he's doing as an actor.
Right.
But now, he's and there are still people out there who have watched up to this point who hate Negan still. Like they cannot let that go that he killed Abraham and Glenn. And, whoever else during the war, there's just people who are never going to forgive him. And then there's people like me who have, like, been sucking the Kool-Aid out of him, the whole time. And I'm just like, Negan's a good guy now.
We'll call it
Okay.
sucking the Kool-Aid.
But, I'm like, Negan's good again. Negan's good. Or, not again, but Negan's good. And that gives me, like, I was already cheering him to begin with because I like the character. But now it's like, okay, now, he deserves it. It's not just because I like him, but Now
he's really proved himself.
He's
Absolutely.
redeeming himself. Yeah, and everybody is just still, you
Ooh,
know.
excuse me.
Of course, all these people who hate him, like in the show, haven't seen all this stuff that he's done. And, you know, it don't really matter to a lot of people how much good you do. You know, hey, you killed my boyfriend, or you killed my. God help us when Maggie comes back and sees
Negan a part of society.
Yeah, if they let him out, you know, I'm still not totally sold on that. Because
I don't think they're gonna let him out immediately.
Yeah.
I think they'll have their little meeting, and they'll let him out.
We'll see.
Daryl has plenty of influence, and he speaks for Michonne as well.
That's the only bad thing about binging these like we're doing, is because I don't have time to come up with like adequate theories on what's going to happen or anything.
I mean, well, now you got until Saturday to think of some. So.
Yeah. Oh, we're not going to do another one?
No, we're not.
Okay. We got 2 more episodes.
I'm not going to push it like I did last night.
Actually, no, we got 4 more. Yeah, I got you. Me too. We got like 4 more episodes, I think. We have 2 more of the core series. We're going to look at that real quick.
Okay.
We have 15 and 16. And 17 and 18 are the...
and then we'll be fully caught up until the next one.
Yep, that's going to be fun. The next one is called The Tower. And like I was telling you earlier, like I just... No spoilers or anything.
Final battle of the Whisper War. And Eugene's group meets Princess, which we got a small introduction.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing some really cool stuff. I cannot wait. But,
cool tricks, yeah.
4 more episodes left. Cannot wait. 2 more episodes of the court. Matter of fact, this episode that we're getting ready to see, just by what I remember of what was going on when these episodes first aired, this episode, episode 15 and 16, but due to COVID, they only finished episode 15. And then there was a long delay.
In the season finale.
And then they showed the season finale, out of nowhere. Like I think they showed the season... It was like, there was like a 3 or 4 month gap between episode 15 and 16.
Shit.
And then episode 16 just kind of aired by itself in the middle. And then there was like another several months. And then they did 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, so forth. So, but anyway, we'll be back next time. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
Wait, did we give it a full...
I didn't give my number. No, I didn't. Oh, it's an 11, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
I'm going to give it a 5.
You better not. Nope, your 11 is locked in. Locked in 11s.
You better.
All right, we'll see y'all next time.